Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and ensure you never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links are waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. In this video, I'll break down everything you need to know about the highly anticipated matchup between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Chicago Bulls. I'll bring you my expert analysis and professional insights to help you make the most informed picks for this game. We're talking money lines, spread, total game points, and even diving into the predicted performance of 3 key players. So buckle up, basketball fans. This is the breakdown you've been waiting for. Let's get started. I will start with the spread pick. I will take Chicago Bulls plus 5.5 points. Why? Momentum and rest. The Bulls are playing at home and will be motivated to bounce back from their recent loss. Memphis, while coming off a win, has shown vulnerabilities on the road. Their three-point shooting dips to 33.1% in away games, and they're missing key contributors like Ja Morant and possibly Marcus Smart. Injury impact. Without Morant, Memphis is relying on a rotation of players to fill the scoring and playmaking void, which could hurt their ability to cover the spread. Chicago's pace advantage. The Bulls have ramped up their tempo this season, leading the NBA in pace, which could put additional pressure on the Grizzlies' depth. Taking Chicago with the points gives you a cushion in a close contest, and they might even win outright. 2. Total, over 230.5 points. Why? High-scoring teams. Memphis is ranked 10th in offensive rating, and Chicago's faster tempo has boosted their scoring opportunities. Chicago's defensive struggles. The Bulls struggled to contain Giannis and the Bucks in their last game, indicating potential defensive lapses that Memphis can exploit, even with a short-handed roster. Desmond Bane's revival. After shooting slump, Bane found his rhythm in the last game. If he continues this form, Memphis offense will fire on all cylinders. LaVine's efficiency. Zach LaVine is in peak form, shooting over 51% from the field and nearly 43% from 3. He's a reliable scorer who can drive the Bulls' offensive output. Both teams have the tools to deliver a fast-paced, high-scoring game, making the over a solid pick. Now taking Chicago Bulls on the money line is a bold yet logical pick, and here's why it makes sense. Memphis road struggles. Memphis shooting takes a noticeable dip on the road, with their three-point percentage falling to 33.1%. This drop is significant for a team that relies on perimeter scoring to create offensive momentum. Without Ja Morant, the Grizzlies lack a true closer who can take over late in tight games. This makes them more vulnerable in high-pressure situations, especially on the road. 2. Chicago's pace and home court advantage. The Bulls' shift to a faster tempo under Billy Donovan gives them an edge against a short-handed Memphis team that lacks depth. Playing at home on the second leg of a back-to-back can actually be an advantage in terms of energy from the crowd and familiarity with the court, giving Chicago the spark they need. 3. Zach LaVine's hot hand. LaVine is in stellar form, shooting an impressive 51.2% from the field and 42.9% from three-point range since November. If he continues this efficiency, he can carry the Bulls offensively and outpace Memphis scores. With Memphis missing key defensive players like Marcus Smart questionable, there will be fewer obstacles to LaVine taking control of the game. 4. Memphis rotation concerns. The Grizzlies are heavily relying on secondary players like Jalen Wells, Luke Kennard, and Scottie Pippen Jr. to make up for Morant's absence. While these players have stepped up, they lack the consistency and experience needed to secure wins in tough road environments. Marcus Smart, a key defender and veteran playmaker, has missed the last 3 games and is questionable. His absence leaves a significant gap in leadership and defensive coverage. 5. Bulls' recent fight against tough opponents. Even in their loss to Milwaukee, the Bulls showed flashes of competitiveness, pulling within 1 point in the third quarter before faltering late. Against a less dominant opponent like Memphis, they have a much better chance to finish strong. Now for points scored by players' picks. My first pick, Coby White over 18.5 points. Why? Increased usage. With the Bulls on the second leg of a back-to-back, Coby White is likely to take on a larger role in offense to balance the workload for players like LaVine. Memphis defensive focus. The Grizzlies will likely prioritize slowing down LaVine, which could leave more opportunities for White to score. Recent performance. White is capable of stepping up when needed, especially in games where tempo increases. With Chicago playing at a faster pace, he'll have more chances for fast break opportunities and open looks. Memphis backcourt injuries. Without Marcus Smart questionable and Ja Morant, Memphis perimeter defense is thinner, giving White more freedom to create and score. My second pick, LaVine under 23.5 points. Why? Back-to-back fatigue. Playing on consecutive nights often affects star players like LaVine, especially when they carried the load in the previous game. He had 27 points against the Bucks. Memphis defensive adjustments. The Grizzlies will focus their defensive game plan on limiting LaVine, given his efficiency this season. Even with a weakened roster, Memphis is capable of forcing him into tough, contested shots. Distribution of scoring. Chicago's faster pace doesn't mean LaVine has to dominate the scoring. With players like Coby White and Nikola Vucevic in the mix, the offensive load is likely to be more balanced. LaVine's second-half struggles. Against Milwaukee, LaVine managed just 7 points in the second half, showing he can be slowed down by defensive adjustments as the game progresses. My third pick, Clarke over 8.5 points. Why? Increased role due to injuries. With Ja Morant out and Marcus Smart questionable, Clarke will have more opportunities to contribute offensively. Memphis will need his scoring to complement Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane. Efficiency in limited minutes. Clarke is known for his ability to score efficiently, often converting on high-percentage looks around the rim. Against a Bulls team that struggles to defend the paint, outscored 54-34 by Milwaukee inside, Clarke can capitalize. Chicago's pace. The Bulls' up-tempo style will lead to more possessions and fast break opportunities, where Clarke's athleticism can shine. That wraps up my breakdown for the Memphis Grizzlies versus Chicago Bulls showdown. We've covered the key picks and stats you need to know. Coby White stepping up, LaVine playing under the radar, and Clarke making his mark. Whether you're riding with Chicago on the money line, grabbing them on the spread, or taking the over on total points, this game has all the makings of a high-energy battle. Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts and picks in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're ready to cash in, and make sure to subscribe for more sharp insights and winning tips. Until next time, keep your eyes on the game and your bets locked in. Let's get this win.